Air India has been in the spotlight for the last few days since a horrific crash involving one of its aircraft on June 12. The Boeing 787 Dreamliner was en route from Ahmedabad to London Gatwick on June 12 when it crashed minutes into the flight. There were 242 people on board, and after the crash, there was only one survivor. There were multiple casualties on ground as well, as the plane had crashed into buildings housing hostel for the BJ Medical College in Ahmedabad. Now, after the accident, the Directorate General of Civil Aviation had ordered Air India to conduct additional checks on its entire 787 Dreamliner fleet. Now, what the DGCA has said is, as of Tuesday, Air India has completed checks on 26 of its 787 Dreamliner aircraft. More importantly, what DGCA has said is that the recent surveillance conducted on Air India's Boeing 787 fleet did not reveal any major safety concerns. It says the aircrafts and associated maintenance systems were found to be compliant with existing safety standards. That is a key point that DGCA has made. Nevertheless, DGCA has raised concerns regarding recent maintenance related issues reported by Air India. Now, the regulator has advised Air India to strengthen internal coordination across its various functions, that includes engineering, operations, ground handling units, etc. And it must ensure availability of adequate spares to mitigate passenger delays resulting from such issues, and that it should strictly adhere to regulations. Multiple agencies are probing Air India's crash in Ahmedabad on June 12th. The Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau is conducting its investigation. The union government had set up its own committee headed by a union home secretary, which has also met in recent days. That committee will review the circumstances behind the crash, identify if there were any systemic gaps, and then it may take measures to fix some of those gaps if at all it identifies. Now, this accident that happened was the first involving the Boeing 787 Dreamliner across the world, currently in use by various airlines worldwide. So these airlines will also be crucially watching as to what happens this probe, and whether they need to take any preventive actions from what the probe reveals. The black boxes of the aircraft were found days after the crash from the crash site in Ahmedabad. So these will go through a thorough inspection as well, and they should reveal what happened critically in the last few seconds or minutes before the plane crash.